Black Beacon is like the biggest missed opportunity of 2025 because this is arguably one of the best gacha games of 2025. Beautiful character models, stunning environments, incredibly deep and complex storytelling and narrative, great voice acting. Like, this game was a recipe for success, and they have just fumbled every step of the way. And then apparently things have kind of taken a turn for the worse. Like a really sharp turn off a cliff. Oh, 100% management issues. The story was really good. Now, before we go ahead and jump in, chat, if you are not a member of the Gacha Hub Twitter community, then I need to question your sanity, because why aren't you? This is the greatest gacha community on Twitter. Y'all should definitely join that, because it's where we keep you guys up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Not just that, but it's a community for people to chat and just share their likes, their loves, and their dislikes with everyone else. You didn't think it could get worse? Apparently, it is about to get worse. So there was a new update that players were looking forward to that was version 1.3. Now, it was announced months ago, and players were saying this was going to be the update that the game needed to survive, right? This was proof the game was going to continue getting updated, and you know, this would breathe like new life into it. And then they decided they were going to delay version 1.3 by what, 1.5 months, 2 months, and instead they would just do reruns of old characters. Now that definitely disappointed some people, because that means no actual new content for 1.5 to 2 months. That is not like that will not retain player retention or player attention at all. If you have to play the same, just log in for your dailies with no new content for 2 months, you're gonna get bored and quit. There's nothing new to do, nothing new to grind, no new characters to pull for, nothing at all. And then apparently China got an update, but global did not. So I think this is where it gets really bad. Let's read a little deeper into this. This was posted on an official Chinese channel 5 days ago. The 1.3 version development progress update and replica retrieval preview. Version 1.3 is currently in steady development as we continue to resolve certain technical issues encountered during the development process. We want to take this opportunity to share some of the development content for version 1.3 in advance, and also provide an update on the coming rerun gacha event, version compensation related arrangements. We deeply value the weight of every seer and believe it deserves our full attention. Partial in-game development content for version 1.3, the new main story chapter 8. So people are waiting for new character Bala. New character Bala is going to debut in chapter 8 and will be a limited banner character. The release of version 1.3 will not be affected by the scheduling of the rerun gacha or the primal energy gift. After the completion of version 1.3, we'll arrange for its update and release as soon as possible. So it looks like the rerun gacha is happening from October 14th through what, November something, October 29th. Okay, here's a new character. She looks beautiful, cool. She got big old booba, so she's gonna sell well with, you know, the expectation that there are players there willing to pay for it after all this. So that is the update that China got. Okay. Global, on the other hand, Global gets this. Shocking. Honestly, concerning. This is the update that Global got, chat. Okay. China, new character, new story, rerun events, actual communication, real updates, a timeline. Here's what Global gets. We have been in continuous discussion with the developer to explore various solutions. However, due to persistent technical difficulties, continued technical difficulties, in a shocking turn of events, the game that is overrun with technical difficulties has persistent technical difficulties and a range of other complex issues that they are having trouble fixing. We are currently unable to confirm a definitive schedule for version 1.3. Not only was this delayed 1.5 to 2 months, but Global has no idea what is even going on. We deeply apologize for this indefinite postponement and for our inability to deliver the new content as originally planned. While we navigate the situation, we'd like to provide the following compensation and announce that content that will be available in the meantime. So here is the update delay. Special compensation along with a rerun for previous characters. So if you missed a previous character, you could spend money to get a previous character. Not a new character, spend your money on the previous character. Yeah, that is the OS for Global. Discrimination against global. They're mocking global. Technical difficulties. Yeah, so they stated here, persistent technical difficulties, a range of other complex issues that they cannot divulge, probably because they don't exist, or they do exist and they don't even know what the issues are. But not just that, they are also unable to confirm a definitive schedule for the update, which means they don't know how long it's going to take to fix the issues. They don't even know if the 1.3 update is going to be capable of being released. And then they also state indefinite postponement. Indefinite. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. You want to know the actual dictionary meaning for indefinite? Lasting for an unknown or unstated length of time. Unknown. They have no idea at all. This is the people. This is the studio that global players have faith in. That kills most gacha. Yeah, didn't learn their lesson after all. They did not. So they are sitting here saying, so we're having a lot of issues, we're having a lot of difficulties, everything's complex, we don't know, we're unable to confirm anything, we don't have a definitive schedule set in motion, we're going to delay the game, the release for an indefinite amount of time, but here are rerun characters, go ahead and spend money on them, yeah, that's totally gonna help. We know what time it is, never. It's a Tribe 9 moment. So I don't want to doom post the game, okay? Because again, I think this is one of the best games of 2025. But at the same time, like at a certain point, there comes a time when you have to stop like trusting, right? And stop believing that things are gonna turn out well, that things are gonna be okay, that they're gonna fix things, right? You still believe? No. Waiting to see if the game survives. If the game is dead, they're not gonna update it to global. Most incompetent devs ever, please keep spending money on their game. So basically, China is working on version 1.3. 1.3 will release in China eventually. Still unconfirmed when. They're working on the story. They're working on the new character. They're finalizing everything for 1.3. But you know what? 1.3 isn't done in China yet. Like, they haven't even finished 1.3 in China. How long is it going to take? If global actually does get 1.3, how long will it take for global to actually localize everything, right? To translate everything into English, to bug test it, and to iron out all the difficulties and the issues that they're having that evidently are complex. That's wild, right? I mean that your company do not know what is wrong with, yes, exactly. Technical difficulties, yeah, exactly. That's wild. I would have been surprised if 1.3 actually released on schedule, yeah. Our new version is still buggy and we can't release it due to the shitty state it's in, but here's another rerun to spend money on. Okay, thanks, it's totally still coming out, don't worry. Yeah. The sub is coping so hard, I bet. At this point, oh, hey, there's Cal. At this point, it's funny just to see how forced they try to keep it alive despite it being doomed to fail. They're not trying to keep it alive, let's be real. They're just, quick, spend a few extra dollars. It's on the verge of EOS. I quit because I was getting bored. Now I know it's getting EOS soon. Like how the game right after the launch debacle. I still think it's sad to see what happened to the game. Yeah. No, for real, which is why I still think it's one of the best games of 2025. Gacha games. Yeah. It's an old excuse. It is. Yep. What? Okay. Okay. Is there subreddit coping though? Let's see. I'm genuinely surprised we're getting another update. Well, China is. Let's see if they've been actually discussing it. After, yeah, we've been on a pause until 1.3. It should arrive. It should arrive. Don't worry. It is coming. It is coming. Don't worry. They'd have a better chance with a relaunch? Nah. They wouldn't. China announced a few days ago that the Yuli rerun was coming, that they're working on Chapter 8, the new character. Global announcement just didn't include that part, which is probably why it feels like nothing's happening. Things are slow, but there's definitely stuff in the works. Don't worry, guys. There's definitely stuff in the works. Oh, it's coming to global. Don't worry. Like, tomato dono. No shade, but come on. I'll not be optimistic when the delay is indefinite. They said they're unsure when or will they deliver the patch in the first place. Exactly. So, okay, yeah, they're not coping. There's a lot of negativity in their community, I think, right now, which is sad. But what are you gonna do, right? When you fuck up like that, you fuck up, okay? Okay, as good a game as it is, at the end of the day, that shit is deserved. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.